Game 5.
Game 5. Elimination
Braves,
baseball,
Cardinals call. I'm Joe Praino here in the Smut Studio with my co-host, Andy Lazarus, and our super producer,
Ruther.
in the background, Andy Ruther. We are live on YouTube. This will also be our episode for the week as we will be discussing this Game 5 Cardinals at Braves game and also the various playoff series that are concluded and still ongoing. It is fantastic to be here with my two favorite Andys.
Feels good, Joe.
I can't even think of another Andy that I even really like, honestly.
You don't like Andy Van Slyke, do you?
Fuck Andy Van Slyke.
That guy's a dick.
Guy's a Met killer when he was on the Pirates when they were still in the East. We are here in the top of the first of this A's-Cardinals game. Leadoff batter. Dexter Fowler is up. It is
Dexter Fowler married an Islamic woman and wasn't received too well in St. Louis when he came over from the Cubs.
canceled. Cardinals fans canceled him for that.
Yeah.
They were like, how dare you?
How dare you, sir?
Well, now that let me hop in here. Now that we're talking racist, tomahawk chop, can we discuss it?
The tomahawk chop, super racist.
Super racist.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I looked up the origins the
Although
other day.
it's awesome. It's from Florida State.
Yeah. So
it's not from the Braves.
Exactly. And then the Braves took it, and then the Chiefs took it.
The Chiefs
do it too?
They were doing it all Sunday night during the Colts game.
Okay, well, I mean, at least they're keeping it
for them to
within
get
the
on
Indian
board late
thing.
after it was already deemed blatantly racist is pretty Missouri of them.
Canceled.
And God did not like that, and hence they lost.
Is that Colton Wong with a mustache?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
hot.
That's Colton Wong's first mustache.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice bunt.
A little small
Get down that
ball.
line.
Andy,
Good job, Faulty Wits.
Andy.
Andy.
That makes me
Ruther.
so
Ruther.
happy.
Yeah.
A little
Little
small
small ball.
a little Braves, Cardinals, NLDS.
That's some National League baseball
lefty
right there.
bunt action. Make the pitcher field that ball. Make him work.
Yeah.
Make
him jump off that mound.
Make him break a sweat here nice and early.
Right now in the shoe game, I got to go with Dexter Fowler's cleated Air Force Ones over the starting pitcher, the Braves starting pitcher, Reebok Aerobicize 1986.
Are those Reeboks?
No, they're
No,
Nikes,
they're
but-
Nikes. I was gonna say, are those Nike Air Monarch dad shoes?
Yeah,
Is he rocking the dad? He's like, I'm gonna cut the grass after this.
Yeah.
I like to wear my cleats when I cut the grass. Get a nice little good footing out there.
Although, if this guy shoves it, you got to feel bad if you're a Cardinals fan that dad cleats just got you.
Although I gotta say, the heavy white, just like all white, as
Mhm.
white as you can, for Game 5 starter.
You kind of
I'm
into it?
Yeah. Oh, he thought about it.
Ooh.
Thought about going to third. Couldn't handle it.
Now, Dansby Swanson and Charlie Culbertson, are they the same person?
Yeah. I feel like Dansby Swanson is what happened if you took all of the jizz from a Duke lacrosse frat party, mixed it up into one Petri dish,
Right.
and put it into like some fucking,
And mix it up with real athletes?
yeah, mix it up and put it into like some Southern Belle
Right.
from fucking
Right. Some
Virginia.
leggy Southern Belle who could run.
It's like, well, I'm pregnant with a Dansby Swanson. I got me a Dansby Swanson in there.
My, oh, my.
My, oh, my. It do seem I am pregnant with a Dansby Swanson. Dansby Swanson looks like he could be the third brother on the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like the middle brother. Dansby, when are you going to come back and join the church? Stop messing around with all this baseball rigmarole.
Pretty good show, Righteous Gemstones. Enjoying it. I got through the first 4 episodes.
The old saying of like I could watch Danny McBride read the fucking dictionary.
Right.
Like what? That guy is the best.
He is the best.
I watched, I don't know, 60% of
Kenny Powers?
yeah.
You watched 60% of Kenny Powers?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
A lot or a little?
That's
thought
that's too little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I love it.
Yeah.
But I just like never got into
Oh,
like
that's
the
a
story.
good piece
There
of
it is.
hitting right there.
It's your boy.
That's my boy, Ozuna.
1-0 at Cardinals.
How about the former Florida Marlin outfield just killing it for
It's ridiculous.
everybody else?
But that begs the question, what was wrong with the Florida Marlins? They had Yelich, Stanton, and Ozuna.
I think what happened to Florida Marlins was
They had
Jose Hernandez
They
dying.
had D. Gordon.
Yeah. But they had who are the three outfielders? It was Yelich, Ozuna,
Laz,
and
give us a little.
and
Christine
Stanton.
Aguilera. Yeah.
And Stanton, right. But I think once Jose Hernandez killed
Fernandez.
Is it? It's Fernandez. That's
Yeah.
right. Died on the boat. Just
Which
everybody quit.
Actually washed ashore in Marina Del Rey a couple
Yeah,
days
yeah.
ago. If you guys have seen my Instagram stories.
I have not.
True story. There is easily probably $500,000 boat in the middle of Marina Del Rey, not by the marina part, by the open ocean.
On the sand.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
And you're walking down there every day.
I'm investigating.
Now,
Solving
how
mysteries.
come they haven't been able to get this off of the beach?
The guy I talked to today who told me that supposedly it was some guy who got drunk and passed out and there was turbulent ocean on Sunday said that this might take a couple months.
I mean, this has happened before, like down at Dockweiler. There's been a couple of.
Oh, Freddie Freeman.
Oh, Freddie got fingered on that one.
Great Tom Green reference.
Yeah. Dude,
Freddie,
the
would you like
Braves.
some sausage?
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, Tom Glavine's not playing on this team. Fucking, Chipper Jones is not playing on the team. All their playoff chokers are gone.
Yeah.
Yet,
Here
the
they are.
Braves still have trouble.
I believe.
I mean, that's a shot, but that's got to be. That's
for sure.
that's
got
gotta be picked up.
It hit him.
in the glove.
Yeah, not only hit him in the glove, but
I think
like
it's dead
it's
central.
not even off the side.
Yeah.
It's just right at him.
they have not made it to the NLCS, I believe, since 2001.
Wow.
Wow.
And I think they've made 9 playoffs I saw today since then.
I'm not sure how I feel, by the way, like Freddie Freeman. Like, how do you feel when a guy just like keeps the thin beard? Like they just like always clip it, like just full time keeping it the same length. Seems weird to me. Seems like that's a weird move. Unless you're keeping it at like
On
a 5 or a 4, like clearly
on the scale of weird beards.
clearly Carpenter's, keeping his at a certain length, but it's like a distinct length.
Yeah, it's a distinct hipster length.
Yeah.
I think on the scale of weird beard, it's I guess it's kind of like obsessive to be constantly tuning it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
like,
you
is
remember.
Freddie Freeman even Latino? Like technically?
No, but I get where Freddie's coming from.
Yeah.
Playing with a lot of Latin guys and
Yeah.
wanting to wear a gold chain and have a little bit more flavor.
And maybe field his position.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's,
I get it.
Are you
It's
guys,
not as weird as Dustin Hermanson. I don't know if you remember Dustin Hermanson, who had the most intricately cut goatee
Oh, yeah.
ever. Yeah, that's my top weird beard.
Ruth, are you monitoring our comments today?
Yeah,
This is great.
I want you guys to. People were saying, "Are you guys going to do any play-by-play? Where are we at?" I think obviously it's going to be pretty loose.
Yeah.
But
Well, so it's bases loaded. Top of the first, St. Louis up 1-0, a 2-1 count to Matt Carpenter, who can swing it. That's what's happening.
Another look at Freddie Freeman's 2-clip beard.
Number 2,
The pitch.
down.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the YouTube, we are, I'm sure, behind you, ahead of you. Who knows? I feel like these days there's so many.
we're ahead. Here's how it works: if you have cable, you're going to be ahead of any streaming device
Okay.
by about 10 to 15 seconds.
Right, but then
All right.
there's a delay on our YouTube,
It's a good point.
right?
So
Which is
whatever
about-
happens,
which
let's
is
talk
about
about it
25
30
seconds.
seconds later.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's something, like if you're watching it streaming, we might be right on.
Right.
We might be. If you're watching it on
3-1,
cable,
ooh.
we're behind you. We'll give you updates on what's going on. And we're going to be talking constantly about this game. And in between innings, we will be discussing all the other games and all the other things going on in baseball.
Very interesting Rays-Astros game yesterday. Very interesting.
We'll save that
We'll discuss.
We'll save that
at
for the
commercial
first break. Yeah. So bases loaded, only one out here, top of the first. Braves showing up, the ghosts of chokers past.
Carpenter, no batting gloves. dude.
Yeah, Carpenter. I feel like Carpenter aged.
Oh, good.
A bases
Leave,
loaded
bro.
walk. Wow. Goldschmidt scores on the walk. 2-0. Is it me or did Carpenter go from like hot young name to like grizzled old veteran in like 3.5 years?
I
Like,
feel like that is like the baseball effect. Like you can't help but become grizzled
Yeah.
if you play more
He's
than
like the
4 years in the
Cardinal.
big
He's like the
leagues.
Cardinals' new Joe McEwing,
Yeah,
where Joe McEwing came into the league and
at 32.
and at the end of his first season, you're like, God, this poor guy. The baseball just seems to have worn him down. He aged like Obama in
Right.
office.
Yeah.
Also, he was on massive amounts of greenies, so his hair was
On fire all
Yeah.
the time.
falling out.
How do we?
Fulta not going to work here anymore.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
that's for sure. A lot of change-ups and curveballs from Fulton not going to work here, which like says to me he doesn't have a confidence in his fastball. He doesn't think he can get it by these guys. He doesn't think he can spot it.
And with guys on base, he's worried about giving up a big one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give up a big one here early.
To Tommy Edman.
But still only one out.
Yeah, fastball away. A la Tom Glavine. Got a Tom Glavine call right there. 6 inches away. Strike one. Fultywitz. Oh, nice, like, my first mustache on.
Yeah. That's a playoff beard.
Yeah.
That's his playoff
You're
beard.
19.
Oh, a base hit down the
Oh.
line. So fair, the umpire didn't even make a motion. This game
Well,
is up to
this is
a
over.
bad start for the Atlanta Braves.
Another
Man.
just curveball, breaking ball up. You know, you're speeding up the bat to these little hitters. I don't know why.
And
this
guys
guy,
are pulling the shit
This
out
guy
of the ball.
throws 95.
Yeah.
You just put one on the black. Throw another fucking fastball.
So I just pulled up the history of the Braves.
Yeah. Oh, I see it up there.
Starting in 2002, they lose to the Giants division series. 2003, Cubs division series. 2004, Astros division series. 2005, Astros division series. 2010, your Giants again division. I can't even say division today series. It's 2012, Cardinals in the wild card game division series. 2013 to Dodgers. 2018 to the Dodgers. So wow, yeah, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right. They have eight straight.
Yeah. Hey, should have traded for Madison Bumgarner, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, Fulte not going to work here anymore.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
that's one plus for Fulte not going to work here anymore in the playoff
I hate
game.
the Braves. Well, I hate the Braves. But
Yeah.
it's tough to watch a guy.
Yeah.
It's tough to watch a guy even on a team that you hate walk off the mound after one out.
It's kind of like the Nick Anderson effect.
All
Just
this,
like really
yeah.
hard to
You're
watch
like,
him miss those free throws.
Ugh. But I got my Cardinals hat on. I got my
Yeah.
Cardinals in the World Series.
Oh,
my
man, I
World
feel
Series
bad for the
prediction.
Braves. Yeah.
So
I
good
used
start.
to hate the Braves, and now they're so terrible. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We hinted at the Astros series.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. So they beat the Rays down 0-2 to the Astros.
Right.
The best record in baseball this year.
Sure.
Verlander goes out, shoves. Cole shoves. You're down 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
Going to a game 3. They light up Greinke.
You mean Manhattan Beach Soccer Mom?
Yeah, Manhattan
Yeah.
Beach Soccer Mom. The
Yeah.
hottest
The
Manhattan
hottest
Beach Soccer Mom.
Manhattan Beach Soccer Mom.
They get to Greinke. They get to Verlander in game 4 to tie it up.
Uh-huh.
Garrett Cole has been their best pitcher, even
Mhm.
though,
Undefeated since June 22nd.
yeah,
Something like
hard not to
Yeah.
hard not to trust Verlander with, just his career history, but Cole has been their best pitcher. If they beat Greinke,
Rays.
Verlander, Cole to come from 0-2 down
Look
to
out.
win a series,
Fucking look out.
is that that's a historical? I know it's not a game 7 because obviously you got the Red Sox coming back to beat the Yankees in 7, but is it on par with that considering the murderer's row of pitching that they have to go through?
100% in the 5-game series. I think it's one of the biggest upsets.
Comeback upsets.
Comeback upsets. I mean, I don't think they were as big of a. I mean, I think they're a bigger underdog than when the Giants went into Cincinnati down 0-2 and won 3 straight.
Ruther's glitching over there.
Bro.
That was cheap.
Classic Dusty.
Yeah.
Classic Dusty. Don't even get me started.
It was weird. I felt good going against Dusty, even though I love him as a former Giants manager.
Max Fried into the game. Lefty Max Fried starts off with a.
I like Max Fried.
Yeah.
I think he's nice.
Starts off with a dirty knee-high fastball on the inside
but keep
corner.
throwing fastballs.
Yeah.
Let's go. Get pissed.
He's throwing them hard and he's throwing them down to start, so should have fucking started the kid.
Just off the Astros things, Joe. What did you think of Verlander wanting the ball, demanding the ball? I don't know if he demanded it or he just said, "I want the ball," and AJ Hinch letting him do it on 3 days rest.
I almost think it shows more confidence in your ball club to just go, hey, it's 2-0.
Yeah.
We're not going to lose a series if we have a rested Verlander in Game 5, Or, sorry, it was 2-1. My apologies.
It was 2-1.
After Greinke. But I guess at the same time you're going, hey, I want it. I want Cole to go out there and get Game 1, and worst case scenario, then he has a Game 5. Hey, what are you gonna say to Verlander if he does want that? Like
you give him the ball.
You're gonna tell him no?
You give him the ball.
Yeah. They walk in another run. It is
another changeup. More trick pitches.
A 5-pitch walk after a dirty knee-high inside strike to start. This is the wheels are fully off.
Should they get Leo Mazzoni on the phone? Where's Leo Mazzoni these days?
They should get Greg Maddux on the mound.
Right.
I bet he can't throw that much slower than he did during his big league days. Right.
Fuck. Get Mike Maddux on the mound.
Yeah. He's in the Cards bowl.
He's the pitching coach.
He's the pitching coach.
Yeah.
Fucking throw him out
the
there.
Cards.
Quick trade.
Yeah.
Now, what's the psyche behind this? Because you see this in the playoffs in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like unlike any other sport where you just see a complete meltdown.
It's just the wheels are off. This
game is.
I mean, this is embarrassing. We have one out.
Yeah.
It's 7-0 Cardinals. Top of the first, bases loaded still.
This is a.
I'm not saying Atlanta deserves this for having the Confederate flag on a lot of porches in the county, but
they
do. Dexter Fowler has now his.
Yeah. I mean, is this just who's less racist wins the game? St. Louis, they had Dexter Fowler's Islamic wife.
Yeah.
They booed him for that.
But Atlanta's majority black by.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And none of those people are at this baseball game.
No, they're not.
It's very gay, too. Did you guys know that?
But also, isn't the
that was the
that's
joke.
Another hit.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, it's 10-0. Nice piece of hitting by Colton Wong.
Good game for you guys to call because it's going to be over in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, this will be our episode.
Yeah.
Now we can end it early.
Talk about great baseball. Colton Wong lays down the bunt.
Yeah,
that was the guy over, and then comes
that's the
up
only
later
out
in
of the inning. That's the only out of the inning is that sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. And it comes up later in the end, digs out a ball.
That's what I said. Get that bunt down. Get that pitcher sweating.
Right.
He got Fultonavich sweating a little bit.
Right. That's good baseball. That's a good swing right there.
I really did think that this was going to be just quite the baseball game.
Well, let's see how much heart the Braves have. Well, I mean, I hope they can get out of the first inning.
Yeah, what's the mercy rule in the first inning? I mean, throw a fastball.
Jesus.
Oh, I love that. Look at the.
Here's a guy I didn't expect to get in the game today.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Jackson. The Cards are for real.
Okay, assuming the Cardinals win this game.
It'd be pretty awesome if we're on and they don't win this game, but
Yeah, that'll be great. I'm rooting for the Braves. I honestly am. Even though I was with you on the Cardinals pick, I just love that Acuna and that Albies.
now what do you feel? How do you feel about the Acuna not running to first base ever
Oh, it sucks.
thing?
It sucks.
Did
yeah.
you see? Did you see the
You
tweet
know,
I
if I
put up
watched
on?
him- if
did you
I
see
watched
the
him
tweet
every
I
day?
put up of the Joker coming down the stairs.
Yeah. By the way, I saw that movie. Did you like it?
I did like it.
I really liked it. I thought it was good. Really good. You see that, Ruther?
Haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting to. I'm not. I don't want to lose us on YouTube. I was ready to make a you know what in the theater joke. I don't know what's going to get us canceled on YouTube.
Yeah.
Shooting up the theater.
Yeah, they did check. They were checking bags. They were like patting people down and
Really?
stuff like that on the way in.
Because it was L.A. and
The
New
arc
York.
Is that where there were threats?
Yeah. By the way,
jeez.
quick shout out to Carswell, $20 donation. Love the podcast. Chug a beer, no chill. Guys, it's the middle of the afternoon here in Los Angeles. It's 2:30.
All right.
Do you guys hold on? He's
You
from
have
the
a question?
He's from the UK. This is
Oh,
great.
okay.
Carswell, this is how I know this. He says, chug a beer, no chill. Do you guys send stubby holders overseas?
Those are koozies.
I assume that.
Yeah, you should. I don't know if they do, Carswell. That's up to Ruther.
The international shipping.
Basically, that $20 you just donated,
We'll go to shipping.
Yeah.
and then I'd have to pay a little out of the Thust Fund.
How have you shipped internationally?
Koozies to Canada.
If it was up to me, Carswell, we do it, but I'm not in charge.
We're gonna have to get some dirty slides koozies, stubby
Yeah,
holders.
yeah.
You know what it is? It's not even the money. You know what it is? Dealing with those morons who work the USPS, especially in Venice.
Yeah.
The most inefficient people. Because normally I do the automatic touch screen for all
You
my
can't do that
steps.
for international.
No, you can't do it for international. And they always say, "What's a koozie?" You have to fill out that form. They get suspect. I'm like,
Really?
yeah, they're idiots.
Because whenever I send hats out, gaze hats and stuff, I never have to. They're just like, are they flammable objects?
Yeah.
Nope.
But I
and that's
think
it.
if you write on the form hats, they know what a hat is. They see koozie.
I've never even
Oh.
written on a form.
They make me write the forms.
Maybe they know you're suspect. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow!
They really fall
Wow!
down. Please
Wow!
don't throw it right field. Oh, my God.
So this is
Just
actually
quit.
This
Just
is
quit.
This was actually an incredible. This is some little league shit right here.
Yeah.
Ozuna strikes out,
On a-
2 outs.
On a 56-foot curveball.
2 outs. He doesn't run. He doesn't run. Oh my God! Did you see that bro in the stands?
Yeah. Look at
He
this.
doesn't run. He is reminded to run because the guy starts coming down the third baseline and he sees him coming and he's like, "Oh right, oh
All
fuck,
right.
I should run." Then he starts to run. What happens over here at the wall?
Fall
He
down.
Falls.
This is where you don't throw it. You've already fallen down on your ass. It's over.
This is one of the
10-0.
biggest meltdowns I've ever seen.
Hey, we just tied a postseason record for runs in an inning.
Wow! In the first.
Anybody getting fired?
This is tough.
Tough scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Every dude in the stadium they show is the exact same dude. They just keep showing like dad bod, balding white dudes who
wearing
like
a huge jersey.
yeah, who like can't.
They've already left behind home plate. Did you see that they
Yeah.
just showed?
They see people stand up and leave.
No, there was like 4 people there. They've already left.
Have they?
Watch when they pan away.
Are they not here yet?
Yeah, they haven't arrived. They're gonna go. Well, what?
Those are like movie theater seats back there.
Yeah, SunTrust Park does look kind of dope.
Yeah.
I do want to check that out. It's on my list.
I did not curse Atlanta, Steve B. I've made no claims on this series at all.
You didn't pick the Braves?
No.
No.
I'm not a fan of St. Louis, obviously division rival, but
Right.
but not you don't.
Oh, and this guy. Can we talk about Yachty, fellas?
Sure.
Douche. Such a douche. Anybody
mean-
with a neck tattoo, you're out.
First of all, he's Puerto Rican, and not fake Puerto Rican like your 4th of July haircut. He's a real Puerto Rican.
He's a Puerto Rican
Yeah.
douche.
And to throw across the diamond.
Hey,
to
they
get
got
Yachty.
that right.
The top of the first inning
10
is
runs.
over. Wow. That was, guys, that was the Dirty Slides podcast live Game 5 broadcast.
Tough season, Braves. Tough season. Ouch.
Now, the New York Yankees have swept the Minnesota Twins.
Yep.
They move on.
Yep.
And now
Awaiting,
the winner of Rays Astros.
which is tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the Rays obviously know the Yankees very well, being a division rival. The Astros will have pitched Verlander and Cole in 4 and 5. So the Yankees have, a leg up to start the ALCS already.
Right.
Just as these guys got to go Game 5. The Astros use their 2 best pitchers in 4 and 5.
I mean, who knows? It could become, a bullpen game. Who knows? Maybe Greinke gets out there today.
Yep.
It's all hands on deck. It's Game 5.
Right.
So yeah, they will have an advantage early in the series, but it's a 7-game series. So I don't think it's going to be a huge deal if it gets to Game 4, and because they'll probably have a couple days in between to kind of reset the rotation.
Yeah. But it
But
probably,
at that point,
it wouldn't be.
Yankees going to be off for a while, and that could mess
Yeah.
them up.
Well, it wouldn't be Verlander in Game 1.
Certainly not, and it wouldn't be Cole.
Right.
It would probably be Greinke.
Yeah. It would probably be Greinke in Game 1.
Greinke at home, right?
And then you would go back to Verlander, I assume.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the final series, the Game 5 that comes up after this, Dodgers Nationals has become a Game 5. Scherzer.
Is it Scherzer or Strasburg?
No, Scherzer went last game.
Okay.
Strasburg will get the ball
All right.
in 5 tonight.
And Walker Buehler.
And Walker Buehler. Now, the big question is, if the Dodgers lose a Game 5
Mm-hmm.
in the NLDS after losing 2 straight World Series,
Right. Is Dave Roberts gone?
yes, that is the question.
With Joe Madden kind of hanging about, I think it's very, very, very possible. Even if Joe Madden wasn't hanging about, they could get another, robot to take orders to, bring guys in after 60 pitches or whatever. But yeah, I think he's managing for his job because LA is gonna be upset
Yeah.
if they lose, which they very well could. I mean, the Nationals are talented. So.
That's definitely anything can happen in a 1-game elimination game, but also it's just Strasburg. Strasburg, they showed the stats last game. I think for active pitchers that have thrown 25 innings in postseason baseball or something, he has the lowest ERA. He's been pretty lights out. And
this would be a defining game for him.
Yeah.
Over his career.
the injuries, the shutting
Yeah.
him down early, the whole
Right.
thing. Like, I saw somebody tweet the other day. It might have been Cespedes Barbecue. But they said, how is it possible that, like, the most hyped player in, like, a generation is now somehow underrated?
Right.
And I think that's kind of true. Like, Strasburg's name doesn't come. If you just start reeling off, you ask the average baseball fan, even like a big-time baseball fan, hey, who are the best pitchers in baseball? You're going to get.
You might get 8 guys or 10 guys before you get to him.
Yeah.
Right. I think them shutting him down for a season really was the reason you don't, because out of sight, out of mind. You kind of forget. And then
and he also got
Nationals
injured.
don't really do anything, and he gets hurt, and he doesn't have, one of those, Cy Young seasons or anything, any playoff wins or anything like that. So This could be the Strasburg game. This could be, what makes him a household name if he gets by the Dodgers tonight. Or he just shoves it.
A 5-pitch walk
Hey!
for Acuna to start the game. He's going to slowly go down to
Slowly
first
walk
base
to first
as
base.
if he had just hit a ball off the wall.
Do you think he's not running in protest that he's hitting leadoff? That he's miscast as a leadoff hitter?
But you've got to want, like, if you're him, don't you kind of want to hit leadoff? Like,
No.
the
I want this guy to hit leadoff.
yeah, it is kind of dumb that Albies doesn't hit leadoff.
Yeah, I want this guy.
But I guess the thing is now the 3-hitter. So, like, growing up, your typical cleanup hitter
Mm-hmm.
became your typical 3-hitter for 20 years.
Yep.
And then in the last 2 seasons, your typical former cleanup hitter turned 3-hitter is now your 2-hitter.
Right. I don't love it.
Wouldn't the next logical step be if you can also run a little bit?
Right.
You're a
the
one-hitter?
leadoff hitter? Okay. Cool.
I don't agree with it.
I understand the mathematics behind it that
I understand
that guy will get up more times in
Yeah.
a game, but I want my best hitter hitting with men on base.
But that's really
Call
just
me
gonna
old-fashioned.
It's really just going to be true in the first inning, right? That's the only time he wouldn't necessarily
I
have an opportunity
mean,
to.
just looking at it, but I mean, if you really looked at the stats, like how many times does a leadoff hitter come up with like 2 guys on base over a 3-hitter over a full season? I don't know. I would think
Look,
that it would be the 3-hitter.
I would put him at. I would keep those guys as 3-hitters.
Yeah,
I mean, the idea that Pete Alonso is hitting second for the Mets, I'm like, what?
it's dumb. Yeah,
Because look at what happened on
Pete Alonso is your prototypical 4-hitter.
Yeah.
He's a big lug who hits bombs. Doesn't hit for a crazy high average, but hits bombs. Like, he's an RBI machine.
And then the Cardinals, they have a typical leadoff hitter.
Mm-hmm.
They have a 2-hitter who bunts
Who handles the bat
handles
well.
the bat, and it all fucking works.
Yeah, it all works.
And
just
they
like it
they
did
leave the first
100
inning up
years ago.
10-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I think
And they also have a real staff.
the analytics go a little too far.
A little too far. Exactly.
Well, guys, we are live on YouTube. If you're listening to this as a podcast on iTunes or SoundCloud or all the places that we publish our podcast, just know that we did do this live. We will also, because this game is already kind of over, we'll take some questions, comments, critiques, thoughts from the YouTube page, Andy Ruther.
I wonder what the live bet is on the Braves right
DSPN
now.
Ombudsman is over there running the 1s and 2s.
We have a non-baseball related comment from Rebby Grill. Tyler Lockett is still a virgin. # not a dude.
Yeah.
I want to.
Wait, first of all, is that true?
Well,
Yes.
Do we know this?
he
Why?
went on Adam Schefter's podcast this week,
Uh-huh.
and he said he is a 27-year-old virgin. And I got the alert from Tug Coker. Shout out to our guy Tug. He
Mhm.
texted Joe and I this. And my response was this, and I'm sure I'll discuss this on tomorrow's Dirty Sports. When someone is that prominent of an athlete and at that age, whether it's right or wrong, I just assume they're gay. If they claim they're a virgin.
Canceled.
And it's nothing against gay people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Laz? Like, my thing is this. You're a 27-year-old athlete
Yeah.
at the top of your game.
How you not getting that sweet, sweet Puma Annie?
My only, and he's a Jesus guy too, and I think a lot of the Jesus people cover the homosexuality up with the "I'm a virgin."
All right, let's ask.
Tim Tebow.
Let's. Is he a 27-year-old gay virgin? You think he's a virgin of the man sex?
I think that they are just hiding deep down that they're gay. I've said that
Okay.
about Tim Tebow the whole time.
Well, that's fine. That's totally fine. Now, I'm willing to say Tim Tebow is a dude if he is not a hetero or homosexual virgin, and if he comes out and just says, "Yo, man, I'm gay. I fuck dudes."
I agree.
You're a dude then.
I 100% agree.
Right.
You're saying if he's not a virgin, he's still a dude.
If he's like,
Because
Yes.
we have made the rule.
the
you
rule
can't
is
be a virgin
you can't be a virgin,
and be a
gay
dude.
or straight virgin.
Right.
Yeah. And what I'm saying with Tyler Lockett is, don't try to tell me he's a gay virgin. He might be a hetero virgin, but he's not a homo virgin.
Canceled.
So canceled.
So canceled.
We didn't make it. We're like the Braves. We didn't make it through the first inning without getting canceled. By the way, Braves now showing a little heart. 2 guys on, only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Flaherty already at 17 pitches. This is when you got spotted 10 runs. You have to challenge some dude.
Yeah. Stop trick pitching.
Fucking if Josh Donaldson
Throw it 100.
If Josh Donaldson hits a 3-run home run here, it literally doesn't matter.
Yep.
So you absolutely have to challenge guys.
I really like watching Josh Donaldson hit.
I like his hair.
You know, I know he's
You
Johnny.
would.
He's Johnny Launch Angle,
Yeah.
but it's still fun to watch him.
Yeah.
Big leg kick, big hack.
I really thought he was relatively done when he left the Blue Jays, but he has been pretty
awesome.
damn great
Yeah.
for Atlanta.
Not that big a dude either.
Kills me to say it. No.
Yeah.
He understands the angles.
He understands the leverage. I just don't understand how he tries to get his bat on plane with the ball that fast. I don't understand that part, but whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. Air it out, buddy.
So
Little
a
gamesmanship
little
right there.
Update
Mm-hmm.
on our worst baseball player in movie history. My selection was Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
I went back and I watched the first 10 minutes of The Scout.
Okay.
It opens with
This is him in Mexico, right?
him. The movie opens with Albert Brooks and a bunch of other scouts sitting in the stands watching Rappaport's high school game. And he throws 1 pitch.
Okay.
Throws 1 pitch. Then they talk about how great he is.
Yeah.
Then he goes to the family's house, convinces the family that the kids,
Yeah.
shouldn't go to college.
Yeah.
Should become a New York Yankee. And somehow they avoid the amateur draft entirely.
Okay.
And
Sign him as free agent.
yeah. And he then vomits on the mound and then leaves through the stands in his clothes.
Okay.
In his uniform.
But he's still not the worst baseball player in movie history.
So I'm still claiming that he is.
Yeah.
But I said we didn't actually see him throw. We do see him throw 1 pitch.
How'd it look? Did it look better
it
or
looked
worse?
better than Rudy from fucking Bad News
Rudy
Bears.
took the ball though.
But Rudy took the ball.
yeah.
In a big game.
In a
too.
big game.
High school game for Rappaport, not even as big as that City Little League championship game.
Yeah. No, not even close.
When so much bad blood
Yeah.
between the Bears and the Yankees.
You've seen the Bears and Yankees coaching staffs.
Yeah. And the Cardinals escape. Ground ball to the pitcher, tossed over to first gently. They actually end up only giving up a single hit. 2 guys stranded. 10-0 after the first.
Jack Flaherty decided to nut up and threw Josh Donaldson a fastball down and in, and quit spiking curveballs everywhere.
And what a great position to be in if you're him. Just
fucking
challenge guys the
throw
rest
it.
of the game.
Yeah. Throw nothing but fastballs. This guy looks like if Gubbins took roids.
Which is sort of offensive to Gubbins because that guy's still really out of shape.
Yeah.
Gubbins has been making an appearance.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's on. Which commercial is that I always see him on?
I don't know. Is he making an appearance during baseball or is it football Sundays that you're seeing him mostly?
I see him on football Sundays. You know who I see nonstop?
Santos on the
Nonstop Santos.
Oh, yeah,
I was texting
on the
him-
Corona
Corona
commercial.
commercial.
It's funny because I texted him the first time I saw it, and he didn't respond for like a couple weeks. I don't know what happened. He's like, dude, I totally somehow forgot this. And I wrote back, yeah, because you're hanging out with Tony Romo. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
You're
important.
big time.
I'm not important to you anymore, man. You're doing Tony Romo commercials. And, of course, he never actually met Tony Romo.
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
Because he was calling the hotline.
right.
So he didn't meet Tony in person. You know who's in every fucking commercial, and I always give him shit for it. Every commercial. Asif Ali.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's
Asif's in everything.
He's in like 3 or 4 commercials right now. Every time I turn on the TV.
Yeah. It's the way it goes.
He's also in one of my favorite episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Valley.
He's in Silicon Valley.
Mm-hmm.
What,
Is it Office.
I
Flunky?
think he's in the end of season 1 when they're doing like Tech Disrupt or whatever. He's in that.
That's the
scene.
best episode of the whole series.
The dicks.
How many people you could jerk
off? Yeah.
That I like kind of struggled my way through season 1 of Silicon Valley. I was like, it's okay. There's definitely moments. That was it.
Yeah.
And then it's actually been, I think, a fantastic show.
It's a
ever
great
since then.
show.
I think it's
Yeah.
really, really funny. It's one of the few comedies I actually watch.
You guys got to watch this season of South Park. Oh, my God.
I know you sent me the thing last night.
When did it start? When did the new season start?
2 weeks ago. So the first episode, they attack ICE
Nice.
and basically make America great again,
Yeah.
wall people.
Yeah.
But they also attack MedMen. Interesting.
Wow.
And people,
That's hilarious.
I bet
Good.
people outside of California probably don't even get those references. They're mocking the MedMen because MedMen dropped all that money with Spike Jonze for those commercials. Do you know about that?
No.
No.
Yeah. So they mock that since Randy Marsh now has his own weed farm.
Uh-huh.
And dude, this last episode, it's wild how much they foresaw it. They mocked Disney, the NBA before the NBA thing even happened. They were like a week ahead of it.
What, the NBA China thing?
They were like a week ahead of it. It's almost. I was watching it last night for the first time, and I was like, "This is almost bizarre, how they released this episode."
Laz, your boy Kerr, taking some heat today.
What's going on?
Well, because he just basically said nothing when asked about the China thing. He was like, I don't really know a whole lot about it.
I don't even know about the China thing. I just know Daryl Morey tweeted something about China, and now
Tweeted
they're
some support for Hong Kong.
okay.
And China freaked the fuck out. And basically was like, fuck the NBA. Started pulling money. They're not showing games.
I read a Bloomberg editorial, which is interesting.
So Kerr pussed out, huh?
So did
Kerr-
Popovich.
Kerr, but
They're
Kerr,
all pussing out.
Kerr pussed out because everything you know about Steve Kerr, he read up on it. And then he was like, oh. And then he even
There's
says,
nothing to read up on. Do you want people to have freedom and freedom of speech? Yes or no?
Right.
End of story.
But obviously the NBA said they were supporting that. But my point is just the fact that he said, I don't know a lot about it. And then he says, my brother's like a professor of East Asian studies.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you guys have talked about this shit at dinner.
It sounds like he got the order
Yeah.
from Adam Silver not to say anything.
Silver, do you want to? I don't want to call it an apology. Statement yesterday. I didn't mind his statement yesterday, necessarily, but anybody like Kerr who's been outspoken of Trump and then goes silent on this, you're a 100% bitch, dude. You're a bitch. There's no gray on this area. We're talking about basic human rights. Those are the facts.
Well, that's the thing is like you're
a bitch.
You don't have to say shit.
I think it's a little bit different.
No, you're a bitch.
I mean, you don't have to say anything, but the thing is you set yourself up for this.
You do.
By being outspoken in the past.
Or just own it.
Like no one's asking Pat Riley what he thinks about the situation because Pat Riley ain't never talked about anything but fucking basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said on the podcast the other day. I know fucking 90% of my apartment is China.
Yeah.
I know it, though. But I'm not going to stand on this pedestal.
It's the same thing with like the Goldschmidt going to the wall.
Oh, wow.
But also, like, in fucking tyrannical communist China, whatever Steve Kerr says about it, right, or Popovich says about it, nothing's going to change except the NBA is going to lose money on those games or whatever. If Steve Kerr says something about Donald Trump, like, we live in a more free country, like, things could change, you know? I don't think there's an
Wow.
real upside for him to,
Look at this guy.
say
Look
anything
at this
because
guy.
nothing's
Hold on.
going to
Can we
change.
talk about douche of the year? Sorry to interrupt our
Oh, you
communist
almost
China
had
talk.
that.
There's a kid behind the wall.
Uh-huh.
He's behind the fence. He had a first baseman's glove. Bro, you're not catching a ball there. You're inside.
And now your team's down 11-0.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Real quick though, I disagree with that comment though. Then
Okay.
then just don't say anything at all.
Then just don't say anything at all.
About
But
any
in
of this stuff.
America, if somebody's going to ask me about Donald Trump, I'm going to say, I live in America, I'm going to say what I feel about
But
it,
my
right?
but my problem again is the hypocrisy. And that's Joe and I's problem on all this shit. It's just the hypocrisy. You can't take a stand against not putting the All-Star game in Charlotte because of the transgender bathroom situation. You can't take a social issue stand, which I have no problem with.
But that's our country. Of course you can take a stand.
So you're saying
Of course you can.
Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich
All right.
can't say, yeah, I think it's wrong that China has rounded up factually to this date in the last 3 years 1 million to 1.5 million Chinese Muslims and put them in camps. No, so you're saying they shouldn't comment on that, or the fact that people have zero rights there. They should just go tone deaf when they get asked a question?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying what they say about this country and the country they live in has more of a chance to actually change policy and change stuff than it does in a country like China. So if the league is like, dude, we can't talk about this. We're trying to save face here. We're trying to make money there.
Then just say that. See, I have no problem
If they said, I would have less of a problem too if they said, hey, man, I've been ordered not to talk about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
100% agree with you. Or if the NBA or any other company just said, hey, all we care about is bottom line money.
Mm-hmm.
I would respect that.
Yeah.
But don't play this game where you're trying to play both sides. That's my issue.
I doubt it's a game, like he's really trying to play a game. But, I would have if the NBA put a gag order on me, I would have felt better about
China owns us.
about saying, yeah, I'm gagged than on this issue per the NBA. I agree with you there.
700 million Chinese watched NBA games last year. So fuck them. Like, my thing is fuck them. If the NBA, just walk away. Fuck them. You just lost 700 million fans.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It's also a big fuck you to China.
But then also, you're still going to let the guys wear shoes made there. You're still going to let the jerseys be made
Yeah,
there.
where
You're
does
still
it
gonna let
end?
the fucking scoreboard made there.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but you're not trying to start another trade war with China.
Bring
You're
it.
just trying to bring it.
Bring it.
Okay.
Hey, Bresler, if you hear this, I'm on board, bro. I'm on board. But I'm really not because everything I own is from China.
Yeah, right. No, you're not.
This is Dexter Fowler's third at bat.
Look at that kid.
Doesn't seem that happy.
It looks like he has constipation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if the Cardinals were wearing their baby blue roads, I would be definitely rooting for them a lot more.
I mean, the Braves had baby blues back in the day, too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't just
The
like,
Damaso Garcia days. All right.
Nice.
They made a play. Almost broke his ankle.
out of the top of the second to the bottom of the second we go.
11-0.
11-0.
Jesus.
Ruther, we get any fun, interesting comments in there?
I was just looking at those. We have a comment from a guy
'Cause
we
it-
all know,
because it's 11-0.
Tommy.
Tommy
has-
Pham.
who has showed up to your backyard show multiple times.
Yes.
He just says, these guys don't have day jobs. Are you just not realizing that?
Yeah. No shit, Tommy.
No, we do not.
Yeah.
We don't even really have night jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't really have jobs at all.
Yeah.
No.
We just sit on couches and bitch about
It's
shit.
the
Right.
beauty of
Whiteness?
yeah.
Canceled.
No, it's the beauty of America, which
Yeah.
guess what? You can't do that in China.
Yeah.
Not
If-
work for the government.
If you support us not having jobs and you love that we just decided to pop over to Andy Ruther's place at 2 p.m. on a fucking Wednesday to call some playoff baseball, go ahead and throw some donations
Yeah.
in that YouTube stream.
Some cash.
Support the DSPN.
We're locked and loaded. I'm not going to lie. I like this situation over here.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready to get Aaron, Twerks, because normally I'm running the sound.
Yeah.
I mean, this, I told Praino before we went live, A part of me likes doing the producer role and being.
You look like a pro up there.
I appreciate that.
You look
This
like
is a job.
that's a
the
natural
producer role
spot.
is a job you actually were paid for in the past. You were a producer, or you were a writer.
I
of
produced
the
those
Lance
as
show.
well. I
Yeah.
wasn't technically a producer, but I basically was.
Guys, I just saw that Mike McGlinchey, right tackle for the Niners, out 4 to 6 weeks.
No.
Ouch.
Let's talk about your Niners, Laz.
Sure.
I underrated your Niners. I thought your Niners were good, but they showed me something on Monday night, which was they played a complete football game, and the Browns didn't play well. But I think the Browns didn't play well because
they
the
can't against the Niners.
Well,
I think the Niners were just much better than them.
Yeah, but also that the Niners went out and just shoved it up their ass.
Yeah, they did.
And there's a lot of attitude on the Niners team right now. I mean, Bosa going with the flag celebration. Sherman, forget Sherman and his fucking handshake gate. That's just
I think what
nonsensical.
happened there was that Sherm had a lot of feelings about Baker coming into the game.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with the handshake. And he kind of just used it as a platform to get off all of his feelings about Baker Mayfield. Unfortunate that he went at it like that, but
And he was
whatever.
wrong. I mean, I love Richard Sherman, but there was a handshake.
There was a handshake, I think.
And he went, I don't know if you saw this, he went on Pat McAfee's show today.
He said he was wrong.
He said he was wrong, and he said, I'm going to apologize.
Yeah. Good for him. Good.
So
He
good
said
for
he's
him.
gonna apologize to Baker. Or
Yeah.
it's just-
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. But to follow up, they did play a complete game. I agree. But and they're a good team. I was telling Laz Praino before the show, like, that's going to be a fun division to watch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I thought that they were a good team, but I did not think that they were good enough to compete with the Rams.
And that defense has swag.
and-
That defense is way better than the Rams defense.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Seahawks.
And I now retract that statement. I think that they are, because their offensive line is great.
Well, we're
McGlinchey-
missing two
right,
tackles right now.
Right. McGlinchey now hurt.
Yeah.
You're like Garoppolo's playing fine.
Playing fine. I thought Garoppolo, this would be exactly how the season progressed, where hopefully the new additions on the defensive line, the defense could carry him a little bit, let him kind
The
of
defensive
slowly
line
get back.
played fantastic.
Fantastic. They're awesome. And Sherm being the leader of that defense is great. Quan Alexander has been great. Fred Warner's been great. So their linebackers are good. This tackle thing is going to be an issue. But it's not for the whole season. It's 4 to 6 weeks. But maybe it's time to trade for Trent Williams. You can't have 2 starting tackles out for the season. Then you become the Bengals.
Nobody wants to become the Bengals.
Nobody wants that.
Flaherty has calmed down and is now looking pretty sharp.
Flaherty from Harvard Westlake, it looks like.
Is he?
Yeah, well, they just showed his mom and a guy they identified as the athletic director of Harvard Westlake.
Wow.
So
L.A. guy.
it just said, I can't believe
I think
this.
Freed was Harvard Westlake as well, wasn't
Yeah.
It just said chat has been disconnected momentarily. So are we assuming China is already fucking with our YouTube?
he? Wow.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I did call them communist China.
Well, they are
Yeah.
communists.
They're pretty open about that one.
Yeah.
Chat has been disabled. What happened in the
Does
chat
that mean we're
befo-
still-
prior to that?
Nobody said anything offensive. Now we're back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great.
I believe in all that stuff.
Yeah.
By the way.
No, they're always watching.
Yeah. They're like, just so you know.
I know. I
You
said. You know what I said? I said tyrannical communist China.
Yeah.
So maybe that was it.
They're not tyrannical at all. They
No, not tyrannical.
only 50 million people died under
Yeah.
the Great Leap.
No.
Shout out to Steve B. $5 donation. Stay dirty. Love you guys.
Steve B.
Steve B.
Joe's show in La Jolla was awesome.
Oh, yeah, Steve, thanks for coming out, dude. And I think Steve also wrote the Kindling review, the Jameis Winston Kindling review. So Steve just killing the game lately. Do you know about our Jameis Winston beef?
No, I do not.
There is a man on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
or woman.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know or trans.
Whatever.
person.
They.
Yeah, they.
He,
there,
she, or
them.
they.
Who has written a 400-page book about the media bias against Jameis Winston derangement syndrome, how the media is trying to fool us into believing Jameis Winston, who, according to the author, is a Hall of Fame quarterback and a top 8 quarterback in the league. The media is biased toward him, and that's why we all think that he is bad and was suspended and raped somebody and sexually assaulted an Uber driver. Stole crab's legs and yelled, "Fuck her right in the pussy." There's a large media bias that is out to get Jameis Winston.
Which, by the way,
You guys should get this author on your show.
oh,
we
we
would
tried.
love to.
We tried.
We want to.
Yeah.
We asked him to appear. Surprise, surprise. He refuses to appear publicly. He will call in so as to hide behind his fake pen name.
His name is Egg, then.
Yeah.
By the way,
His name is The Eggman.
I attempted to leave a review last night, and Amazon would not let me. It said,
Did this guy perchance go to Florida State?
Well, there's a
I think I figured out who it was.
really.
I told you.
It's Fareed.
I think it's that black dude.
Yeah.
Cancel for saying black dude.
Yeah.
On Twitter, who always chimes in as well. Because I left a review last night. No swear words.
It takes a minute.
No, but it said your account is not able.
Wow.
So if you guys want to leave a review, again, I sent out a bunch of koozies the other day. I'm going to send out more this week.
Jameis derangement syndrome.
It's Jameis Winston derangement syndrome. Just put that into Amazon. You can't use swear words. Please, let's leave as many as possible.
400 pages.
Yeah.
That's a deep dive.
On a guy who's in his fifth year.
He's big on
He's a decent fantasy quarterback.
He's big on era-adjusted stats.
Okay.
And trying to justify basically that Jameis Winston is doing the same thing that like a lot of quarterbacks in the past have done. Which, by the way, I don't care. To me in the NFL has changed so much that I think you already have a shitty product for including era-adjusted stats. Why don't you just show Jameis Winston as he compares to his contemporaries and then tell me, are 25 quarterbacks today making the Hall of Fame? Because if you're not a top 20 quarterback in the NFL today, are you telling me that all of the guys we know, the Brady, I'm just talking about the guys currently active on the field, but the Brady, Breeze, Rivers, Rodgers, Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson.
Right.
All of them are making the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is a Hall of Famer?
Right.
Jared Goff's a Hall of Famer?
Jimmy G.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Hall of Famer?
Yeah. When I think of Jameis Winston, I just think of fumbles.
Yeah, you should. He leads the league in them since he arrived in 2015.
Jim Zorn. So
and not only is he's like his amount of fumbles is like he has a ludicrous amount of fumbles.
I pulled it up.
He's a luda-fumbler.
In 4 years and 5 games now, he's lost 17 fumbles. In Peyton Manning's entire career with the Colts, which was I believe was 13 or 14 years, he lost 19.
Wow.
So he's almost at the same pace of what happened to a guy 3 times as many years.
Am I thinking of? It was the Seattle quarterback, Jim Zorn, who fumbled the ball all the fucking time.
We might have figured this out because I have multiple dirtballs saying reviews did not go through. Steve B says he might have disabled the reviews.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
so it wasn't me saying tyrannical communist
That's
China.
a win for us.
No, you're talking about the comment section. We're talking about Jameis one of ones.
Oh, okay.
That's a huge win for us.
Huge win.
Shut down his comment section.
We ate that W all over his goddamn book.
I love when he said, "We got to eat a win. We got to eat that W." Like they're all looking at him like, "What?"
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I posted a meme. I posted a meme. Shout out to Jay Lloyd. He made this great meme about Jameis, the Spider-Man, with Baker Mayfield. I mean, Baker's only in his second year, but he's headed down that path. He's got to change course.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think Baker is a good quarterback.
Why?
I'm not sure, but I think he is.
Because you also feel dangerous.
Yeah, because I'm feeling dangerous. No, I mean, like, I think they kind of fucked him with this whole, dream team kind of scenario that John Dorsey put together. I don't know how good Eric Zeitler is. This guy they traded their offensive lineman, but I think it was a guard, right? So, do you think his offensive line would be so much better with this Eric Zeitler character?
I mean, even if
Zeitler's pretty good.
One guy's not changing your entire line unless
Right.
it's Quentin Nelson.
I'm not justifying his line because his line's terrible. The problem I have with Baker when you watch him is
Also, I don't think his line's terrible.
it's one read. He's not doing multiple reads when he's in the pocket. And he also – and they were critical on Monday Night Football of that. Do we get that they're not blocking for you? You're instantly running out of the pocket.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that. But, I take Booger McFarland's quarterback tips with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I think when you watched him last year, he was accurate. He put the ball on guys, and now it's everywhere. But that could just be the 49ers. The 49ers could be just that good. I mean, they got two guys on their line who are 6'7".
But name again. I've brought this up so many times on Dirty Sports. Name any other quarterback. I mean, anyone in the league who during the season is going on social media. Seriously, think of one quarterback. Dude, even like the Cam Newtons, the Jameis Winstons, they're not doing that. Name one guy who's going on to argue with people on Instagram and Twitter. You can't think of one.
Kevin Durant.
Quarterback. In the NFL.
Quarterback. Right.
Different story. You
no.
can't think of one.
No. He's definitely digging his own grave, but I do think he's
But my point is there's a lack
good
of,
enough to be a good quarterback in the NFL.
There's a lack of focus there.
We're getting an NLDS Game 5 preview. Strasburg-Bueller up on the board. We'll get back here to baseball a little bit. The Dodgers are minus 175. The money line for the Dodgers game, minus 175. Does that seem high to you?
No. It's just that the Dodgers are great at Chavez Ravine. They're really great. And, even if the Nationals get a lead, do you feel comfortable?
Well, I certainly don't feel comfortable with the bullpen.
With that bullpen and that
By the way,
environment,
Jackson
those
looks like
hitters.
every single person at the game who's pissed off that the Braves are losing. Just like a fat guy, kind of like greasy long hair.
He kind of looks like
It looks like he
a Scooby-Doo bad guy.
Yeah. He looks like he'd put on a polo shirt and go to his dad's country club, and his dad would be like, you know what? Can you just cut your hair?
Are you
like,
going to eat your fat?
Yeah.
I want a hot dog. I want a hamburger. I want a milkshake.
Let me ask you this. Oh, Ruther has spilled water over there on a bunch of wires.
Jesus.
Obviously, the Dodgers are in the National League this year the best team. So, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but it's safe to
Let's say
it's
the
safe
Cardinals
to start
win.
previewing the Cardinals win this.
Yeah.
The Cardinals then face the winner of that and will be the home team in a 7-game series if the Nationals win.
Right.
And a away team in a series against the Dodgers. So you've got to assume that the Nationals or that the Cardinals would prefer to play the Nationals. But do you think that the Cardinals have a distinct advantage over either of those teams, given histories or pitching matchups?
Advantage? I'm not sure there's a distinct advantage. I think the one thing the Cardinals have is just confidence, and I don't think the Cardinals are afraid of anybody. You know? They've just been in the playoffs too much, and I don't think anything's too big for them.
If you're the Dodgers,
I would rather face the Braves.
You hate that the Cardinals are up 11-0 right now.
100%.
You're trying to figure out you haven't even played your Game 5 yet, and you're already thinking about how do we not have Kershaw pitch at Busch ever?
Right.
If Kershaw pitches at Busch, it could look like this.
Yeah. No, it could be ugly. Yeah. But you got a bigger problem, and it's the Washington Nationals right now, and Steven Strasburg.
How do you feel about the fucking oven mitts that literally everybody goes with on base now?
I understand. I don't like. I think it looks dumb, but
I
why?
don't even really understand it. If on most of the guys wear it on one hand.
Well, maybe sometimes if they're it's for a head first slide. Maybe they keep jamming that particular hand.
I mean, or it's always their throwing hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's always their throwing hand. That makes sense.
But
his thumb is protected on his left hand, and then it's not protected on his right hand.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weird. I'm not certain.
I mean, it's basically the new version of the arm pad, which he just took a fastball directly to. So,
Yep.
It's hard not to be a proponent of them, but it just looks so ludicrous. Yachty, Team Jordan. Not surprising.
I like his going off color wristbands right there, going with the
Jackson
navy
is
wristbands.
if Joe Bartnick was a pitcher for the for the Braves.
100%.
Man, I was so excited that we were going to call a baseball game. Now it's just like 11-0.
I know.
Guys, get in the comment section.
That Cardinals jersey logo is still probably my favorite.
Very classic.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna go to the mentions on the Dirty Slides Twitter page. See if we've got anything from this
questions, stuff. Ooh. They're showing this highlight of Yachty's walk-off sac fly, and he literally just chucked his bat in the outfield.
Yeah,
That's a pretty douchey move. Yeah, I'm with you, Ruther.
He's a douche. I've never liked him. Obviously, he had that beef with Brandon Phillips back in the day. I don't know. Even when they won the other day, and he was responsible for that win.
What was the beef exactly with Brandon Phillips? That Brandon Phillips played with too much swag. He was saucy.
He tapped him.
Tapped him on his head.
He something like that. He tapped him when he went up to bat. And then from there, basically it exploded. And then that was when I forget who it was.
Like a hello tap, like a tap on the shin guards to say hello. Like,
you know what? Let's pull it up. This
is interesting.
What happened here?
I did not know this.
Dansby Swanson or
the
Charlie
Braves
Robertson.
break with tomahawk tradition after Ryan Helsley expresses concern. Team made the decision not to distribute foam tomahawks or play chop theme music while Helsley is in the game. Helsley, a Cardinals rookie who is a member of the Cherokee Nation, said the chop chant is a misrepresentation of the Cherokee people or Native Americans in general. No foam tomahawks in seats for Game 5 at NLDS at SunTrust Park.
But I thought it was a representation of the Seminole tribe, not the Cherokee.
That would be for how Florida State uses it.
Okay, but they're not the Atlanta Cherokees. They're the Atlanta Braves.
Right. But I guess
But Ryan Helsley is triggered. Yeah.
And therefore the chop is canceled.
Canceled.
All right, here it is. Here's the Yachty thing.
Okay, can you rewind it? Because I didn't see the beginning.
Yeah. Well, they just start yelling at each
Okay.
other. Yachty's getting in his face. This is when he comes up to bat.
Okay, so he comes up to bat. Can we do like kind of a slow-mo? He gets up there, and then Yachty just comes in his space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Brandon Phillips like, what the fuck are you doing in here? This is my batter's box. Yeah. And he takes off his helmet, and he says, yeah, take off your helmet if you want to be a man. And then Scott Rowland comes and gets him. Scott Rowland's a monster.
He's a big boy.
Dude, forget about it.
Dusty comes out with his wristbands
Yeah.
and toothpick and does nothing.
Yeah.
This is when Cueto pinned somebody against the net, remember?
It's really too bad Amir Garrett wasn't alive for this.
Yeah.
He'd be just on the dugout steps.
I hear you.
Roland's trying to talk to his old teammate.
Yeah.
He's like, what's going on here, Yachty?
Wait, hold on
like-
a second.
he's
Roland,
like, "¿Qué
Roland
pasó?"
came up with the Phillies, went to the Cardinals, then the Reds? Or the Reds, then the Cardinals?
The Cardinals and the Reds.
Cardinals
Okay,
and
makes
Reds.
sense.
So he's talking to Yachty. At some point, Cueto.
Bases loaded once again for the Cardinals. This is
And Dusty Baker's like, I'll fucking kill you, Tony La Russa, you little bitch.
Yeah, they're
You
getting
never
into
even
it.
played in the
He's like,
league.
I heard
you
you
never
call-
even played in the league, La Russa.
I heard you call me an eggplant.
Yeah. Oh, Dusty's like, you're a fake ass tough guy, Tony La Russa.
Yeah. He's like, I put on sweatpants every day preparing for this. There's absolutely no
see,
need.
this is it. This is where, this is Cueto. Somebody gets pinned against, this is where it gets aggressive because they're pinned against the net. The old net comes up again.
Got Alan Craig. Is that old Chris Spire in there? Some classic. Somebody's got somebody's head. Oh, that's Raul Hernandez, your old catcher. Dave McKay's getting in there.
It's a wild fight.
Dave McKay was always like the biggest first base coach ever. There's Skip Shoemaker.
Yeah. Skip Shoemaker's like, everybody relax.
Everybody relax.
Roland's 40 times bigger than everybody out there.
Is that Wade
Roland's
Boggs
a
out
monster.
there? Is Wade Boggs in that? I think
Where?
Wade Boggs is
Where?
involved.
Where?
Boggs, 41.
Let me go back.
Right there. It's Wade Boggs.
That's not Wade Boggs.
Is
Well,
it?
it does say Boggs.
It's a different Boggs. That's not Wade
Is there
Boggs.
is there a different Major League Boggs?
I mean, there could be.
There's no way he that's not Wade Boggs.
Is that Rudy LaRue, 21? What was that guy LaRue for? Oh, no, that's Cardinals.
You got to love us for listeners. We're watching a completely different YouTube video.
Yeah, we're
Yo,
watching
John
an
Jay.
old.
Yo, John Jay, get in
John
there,
Jay. John Jay, good buddies of Marcos Arias.
Dusty's rubbing his shingles all over the Reds players.
Oh, ouch, dude.
Or not Dusty, LaRussa.
LaRussa. I hate Tony
Wade
LaRussa.
Boggs wasn't like a bench coach for you guys or something?
I just don't see Wade Boggs being a bench coach for Tony LaRussa.
I don't know if they let him drink Coors Lights. You never know.
I don't think Tony let you drink Coors Lights. He's in the no fun zone.
All right, what's the date on this?
Colby Rasmus.
This was published March 18th, 2014. So it happened in 2012 or 13. I don't know why they published it. Baseball was 2 years later to publish this.
Oh, wow.
Here
we go. Another
hit.
bases loaded knock. This time it's Harrison Bader. The Cardinals are on full-on station-to-station base running in the third inning, up 12-0.
They're not trying to get drilled.
I think at the Dirty Sports Network, we want to have voices for everybody. And this is a Me Too moment with this game, and they need to stop this. This is a straight Me Too moment.
Do you think the Braves are getting triggered that they're down 12-0?
I think they're getting Me Too'd right now.
Well, Ruther, we talked about before. We're gonna keep broadcasting here, but I think we'll wrap up what will be the audio version of the Dirty Slides podcast here momentarily. Before we go, what I'd like to finish with is a couple things. One, I want to slide into the DMs.
Let's slide into those DMs
and talk about our boy Jack LeBeau, who sent us a message asking us, how do we feel about teams celebrating each round of the playoffs with a champagne celebration, including winning wild card games, including winning division games.
Right.
We've
winning
talked about
the
this before.
division series, right? They don't do it at every division game. Division series clinching wins.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of old school baseball guys have a huge problem with it. A wild card game is a one-game elimination game. It's unlike any other baseball thing. So if you win that game, fucking celebrate.
But
I understand it's one game, but it's one game elimination.
Is one thing, but the goggles celebration, the tarp up, the
but are we going
champagne,
to put a ceiling on celebrations? You could celebrate up until this point. We're going to say you could celebrate, but you can't put on goggles. I mean, what the fuck?
You celebrate, but like you don't, just the regular shit that you would have in the clubhouse post game. Like what? How many beers do you think are in a post game clubhouse? Just standard.
At least 3 cases.
Yeah. We don't need 200 cases and a champagne rack.
No, I don't think. They can't do that for the wild card game. That's ridiculous.
They literally do it for all. See, my thing is just.
But also, the wild card game is a culmination of the whole season too.
When you make the playoffs, when you make the World Series, when you win the World Series. To me, that should be the rule. You make the playoffs. You're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're in the big dance. You win the big dance.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
When there was no wild card.
Yeah.
That's how they used to celebrate.
But a one-game elimination wild card game is just as intense as a Game 7 of the World Series because it's for all the marbles.
Yeah.
It's win or go home. So I don't have a problem with teams celebrating win or go home moments because there's very few in the whole season.
I'm just talking about levels. I'm talking about celebrate all you want after. I mean, celebrate all you want after an August 14th win of whatever. Just
Right.
celebrate with the standard party favors. Just like I'll go home and I'll celebrate that we did this podcast. I'll drink all the beers in my fridge. I'm not going to Bevmo and getting a case of champagne, fucking spraying the house up.
If I was the manager and my team is in a wild card game, right? And the clubhouse guy comes to me and says, how many beers do you want for the celebration tonight? I'd be like, first of all, don't fucking talk to me. Like you've already jinxed it. But I agree.
Cardinals with another hit. This is 13-0. This is getting sad.
Sad.
It's now.
It is sad.
It's now become a sad thing. Who just got that hit? He looks like fucking Blake Vapes. Oh,
this is the new Leo Mazzoni.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it, Braves.
Now, is Paul DeYoung? Now, I haven't watched a lot of Cardinal baseball.
Blake Vapes DeYoung.
So, forgive me, Cardinal fans, but just by the eye test, is Paul DeYoung the most boring great player in the league?
Ooh, that's tough. There are some boring players.
But he's a great player.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. He's a very good player. He's an all-star. I don't know. Easy, probably top 20 players in the National League, something like that. But there's nothing he does. Like, this is not Omago.
No.
This is not Javi Lopez or Javi Baez.
I'm trying to think of a more boring player. More boring great player.
Yeah. Like, just historically boring great players.
Mauer. Boring great player.
Boring great player.
Your boy Buster. Pretty boring great player.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even sure if he's a great player anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But was great.
Right.
Always boring.
Right. But, at least Buster would just hose everybody trying to steal second, which is kind of an exciting play. I mean, Paul DeYoung plays shortstop, should be super exciting position, but I never see him make exciting plays. I see him make all the plays, which makes him a great Cardinal, but it's not like Ozzie Smith out there.
He can get the title.
Yeah, sure. So if you guys could think of a more boring great player than Paul DeYoung.
We're going to wrap the show on this. Teams remaining. We're going to say that the Braves are out.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the biggest dude on each remaining team? And what kind of advantage in the matchups that we still have left or matchups to come do you think the bigger dude
Okay,
gives?
let's go. Let's just go tonight. Tonight's game. The Nationals and the Dodgers. Who's the most dude on the Dodgers? I kind of think it's either Turner or Muncy.
I think it's Turner.
Yeah.
I think it's Turner.
Because
Turner
he's
looks like
5'9" and he
looks like a
hits
guard
bombs.
gnome.
Yeah.
He's like one of 3 players in history with like a fucking over 1,000 OPS in X amount of playoff games.
Right. He's
He
a
bangs
playoff
out-
stud.
He bangs out a smoke show
Yeah.
and is married to her.
Yeah.
And
Being a ginger.
yeah,
A
and he's a
garden gnome
and he's a
ginger.
garden gnome ginger.
Yeah.
And he went there and he was the guy. Like everybody else came and surrounded Turner. Like he was the first guy to start fucking.
He also kind of made his way. He didn't come as
No.
kind of a Mets
with a-
cast off.
Yeah, he came with a bowl cut from
Yeah.
the Mets.
Yeah. Just like, huh? What? Yeah. Okay. Turner. I think Walker Buehler's a fucking dude, unless he's a virgin, because he looks like he's.
Yeah.
But and then for the Nationals, it's besides Scherzer and Strasburg,
Soto's
Soto's
20.
20, and Rendon's kind of a fucking dude. too.
Rendon's a dude for sure. Rendon's also a Bond villain.
Yeah. Oh, a great Von villain.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely looks like a guy who will fucking.
He's the new Jaws, right?
Yeah,
Or
murder
not
ya.
Jaws. Odd Job.
So
Guy
who?
with the bowler hat. that
I'm
he throw.
going. I'm going Soto, just
I'm going-
based on
That big knock.
age,
Yeah.
talent, and brownness.
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, Dodgers have no brownness besides Kenley Jansen.
Biggest dude on the cards.
I mean,
Pretty
it's-
dude
it-
move of Goldschmidt to wear 46 and rake.
Yeah, it's like
But Ozuna,
I like Ozuna as far as total dudeness.
how is?
I like that.
I mean, I'd love to give the nod to Yachty, but he's just not the biggest dude on the team.
No,
He's a
no.
he has a
I didn't like after seeing that Brandon Phillips thing. I didn't like that.
he has a
I didn't
musical
think that
note
was a
tattooed
dude
on his
move.
neck.
Yeah, that's dumb. I do like
And also
Goldschmidt going with.
Also, I'm gonna say, unless you're Michael Jordan and you wear a Jordan brand, you're not. You have another dude on you.
That's true.
Can you be a dude if you have another dude on you?
That's why I wear only Laz brand gear.
Yeah.
For the gays, I've got Laz shoes and Laz wristband. I was gonna say like Goldschmidt going with Todd Christensen's number is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know, going as a
Carpenter,
tight end's number.
Carpenter, no batting gloves. Also,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
he's a dude.
There's
but
some dudes on the Cardinals. Yeah. I'm
I'm going Ozuna.
gonna go Ozuna too. Ozuna was my MVP pick, and I mean, those chains. What are you gonna do? Those
Of-
thighs,
of
those
the-
chains.
So of those three, I would say that the Nationals have the dude advantage. They've got Soto, they've got Scherzer behind him,
mm-hmm.
they've got Rendon,
Yeah,
who's a
but the-
Bond villain dude.
The Dodgers got Muncy. I'm not so sure where Belly and Seager come out on the dude scale because I don't know them as well. They're awesome.
Belly's a dude, bro.
Yeah.
Seager's not a dude.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's got dude talent.
Yeah. He's got definitely dude talent, but I think Kike is more of a dude than
Yeah.
either of them.
I'm giving
And Chris Taylor is probably
I'm
a
giving
dude.
the Nationals the dude nod.
All right. What you think the Nationals pull it off tonight?
I kind of think they do, and it kills me.
Yeah.
But
Does it kill you more than the Dodgers winning and hearing
Yeah,
I Love
yeah.
LA?
yeah.
Randy Newman.
First of all, I love that.
blasted.
First of all, I love that song.
It's an awesome song.
It's a great song.
It really is.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll be pulling for the Dodgers, I guess. I also like just the Dodgers losing to St. Louis in the next round. That makes
Yeah.
me happy.
Yeah.
That gives me happiness. Also, if the Dodgers play St. Louis and the timing works out, I'd love to go to a Dodgers Cardinals game. out here.
NLCS, yeah, that'd be sweet.
So I'll be rooting for the Dodgers. AL, dudes left.
Sorry, I was just looking at this.
I know
this curveball.
This is the new thing.
God.
This is the new thing. Christian Yelich tweeted the other day, for all you people who say, for all your "how did he swing at that" tweet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Kill
like,
yourself.
"This is how you fucking swing at that." All right, dudes left. Biggest dude on the Yankees,
Let's see.
Torres.
Gleyber Torres is a stud. I mean, for me, this may just be me, but I love Didi.
Yeah.
I love me some Didi. But I mean,
Did you see
Jesus,
my
Aaron
DD
Judge.
Did you see my DD Jeter tweet?
I didn't. I didn't. He's already has higher WAR than Jeter. Something like that.
I put he already has more career postseason RBI than Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
And then I put a couple lines. I said, "This is not a real fact, but the fact that you believed it for a second tells you everything you need to know about Derek Jeter." Derek Jeter 60 RBI in his postseason career.
Actually, you know, the biggest dude on the fucking Yankees is Aroldis Chapman. You know, he's also been there before. He saved a Game 7 in the World Series. Almost didn't save the Game 7 in the World
Yeah.
Series, but he did it. I don't know. The Yankees kind of lead the league in giant dudes.
in giant dudes.
Yeah.
Biggest dude in baseball is on the Astros.
Verlander.
I'm still sticking with Verlander as
Yeah.
far as dudes
Until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Until he's been outduded
Yeah.
by Amir Garrett.
until Garrett Cole starts
Like
sleeping with Christy Brinkley and her swimsuit model daughter in some like weird red tube step porn
Yeah.
situation.
yeah.
It's gonna be hard to beat. Hard to beat. Yearly Cy Young candidate falls off face of the planet, starts banging
supermodel, comes back, World Series
better than
MVP.
ever.
Yeah. Who's the biggest dude on the Rays?
It's a great question.
Is it Hesop Choi? I don't know his name, but that big lefty slugger. It might be Tommy Pham.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might
Yeah.
be. It might be Tommy Pham.
Yeah.
Um,
Who may or may not have a neck tattoo as well.
Sounds like a great restaurant, dude. You eat
Tommy Pham's?
Yeah,
you
if
go
you
to
went,
Tommy Pham.
dude. If you went to Tommy Pham's, they have
I could just see
delicious.
Ruther being like, "Hey man, we gotta stop going to Mao's just because of the name. We gotta start eating at Tommy Pham's more."
I'm not gonna stop going to Mal's.
What was the name of that restaurant you pulled us to in Arizona, Ruther?
That was a Praino find.
that
Oh, that was a
Hey,
Praino find.
That was
Mexican Asian fusion.
yeah.
Where did you get that wreck, though?
That was from one of those kids.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It wasn't your pull at all. It was those
it
kids.
Was like it was like
Banditos.
Greedo Banditos.
yeah, Frito Banditos.
Frito
or something like that.
Banditos.
God, that fucked up my asshole.
Yeah,
Chino Bandino. Chino
It
Bandino.
was Chinese Mexican.
Chinese Mexican. I could go for some Chinese Mexican right now.
I'll be
I'm not
honest.
gonna lie.
I really could too.
I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't eaten since I worked out.
It was so bad and we were eating so bad that whole week
Oh.
anyway. And then we threw Chino Band because we were just eating like ballpark hot dogs
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh.
And just beer and
I mean, it was a tough week. Somebody flooded a house. You know, it was just.
allegedly.
No,
Prove
the house
it.
was flooded.
Prove
Who
it.
flooded is a legend. But
Yeah.
the house was certainly flooded.
Yeah.
Are we doing spring training again?
We good?
I think that's a must.
I think
that's
we've learned though. I think last year we went a little too hard on going to too many games.
I think we just go longer and we have more days off.
I say we go to night games only because I really love that Padres-Dodgers game, even though it's complete blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hated the day games. It's too hot.
Oh my God. Talking Stick. Was it Talking Stick? Was cool.
Talking Stick's a great facility. Yeah.
But you're right. The day games were tough.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Jesus remembers anything from that Dodgers-Padres game?
I think he remembers that he thinks Michael Jackson is innocent. I think he remembers
that because he believes it.
Yeah, he 100% believes it. Besides that,
I'm gonna throw in a late candidate. How about Willie Ames with that fucking relay throw yesterday for the Braves? And
I missed it. I didn't see it. Was it
literally
the most beautiful thing
It
on
was
earth?
the perfect relay throw. Also, 20 bombs this year, hitting like 9th for them. 52 RBI on the season.
How about Travis
he could be their-
Darno?
Travis Darno is not a dude. I can assure you that.
Yeah, but going from not a dude to hitting cleanup in
Yeah,
the playoffs,
I know.
that's a pretty dude move.
Pretty dude move.
Yeah.
By the way, the third inning just ended, and I'm looking here on the Zoom. We're at an hour and 28 minutes and counting.
Yeah.
And we started after the first pitch.
We are not going to get through this entire game.
No way.
Because I am headed down to see our boy Doug James down at Molly Bloom's in San Clemente tonight. I'm going to need you to point at me and say,
Doug James. You're doing
Yeah.
a Doug. Are you?
I'm headlining.
Are you headlining?
I'm headlining the Doug James show.
I think he stopped talking to me because I just turned him down like 5 times in a row.
No, he'll still hit you up. He'll still hit you up.
He
When's
never.
the last time he hit you up?
Probably a few months ago, and my last response was, "Dude, I like I have no. Obviously, I want to do shows, perform."
Did he hit you up the day of?
And I told him that he always does. I said, "Doug, can you give me a notice?" He just didn't respond to that. So this dude, he'll text you. He's a booker on these shows, Laz.
Yeah.
He'll text you at 3:00, and he'll be like, "Can you do my Orange County show tonight at 8?" And you're
Yeah.
like, "Dude, LA traffic, like what?"
Like no. Yeah.
You're doing that? Are you doing that bar show?
Yeah, I'm doing the one in San Clemente.
The one we did?
Yeah. Headlining.
Hey, bud.
I'll probably do 45 minutes or something like that. So
That's
that'll be
great.
fun.
Amazing.
He's gonna
Amazing.
he's gonna want those creds up
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me your credits. Write them down. I'll point. I'll give you the light. I need you to double finger guns me.
This dude's an odd cat,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So that's the slides.
That's the slides for
portion
today?
of the show.
So where do we land on? Is it Tommy Pham for the Rays?
Yeah, let's go Tommy Pham.
All right. You
I
got any
mean-
predictions for tonight?
I predict that it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, I think it will too.
I think that we were.
There's no way we're going to have
Yeah.
another one like
They
this.
I predict great game. I predict strong outing from Strasburg. I predict Strasburg gives up a bomb early, settles down, pitches great
To Justin Turner.
Pitches great. Nationals have the lead. Nationals blow the lead with their bullpen. Dodgers, Cardinals. Let's go.
That sounds like Nationals baseball
Cardinals
right
game
there.
Cardinals game in LA. I'll go support my new National League rooting interest.
I gotta say these Jordan 1s that Dexter Fowler is rocking are inspiring.
How do you guys feel about this and then the NFL guys who wear the Jordans? Like
Nick Bosa was rocking them.
yeah.
Yeah.
The first time in history that I liked the patent leather Jordans were in when Teddy Bridgewater was wearing the white ones for Sunday night game against
Ooh,
Dallas.
that's nice.
That was a strong move. Well, you can follow our Twitter at Dirty Slides. Tweet us. I will be gone next week. Perhaps Laz will pick up somebody for the
I will be in Arizona with the Gays with
a bunch of ball players.
Cross my fingers. Very special guest. Gays Instagrammer John Huck.
Oh,
Will
nice.
be with us.
He's coming to Instagram, you guys? That's great.
Yeah. So check in with that. Check Venice Gays on Instagram.
What's Huck, a Cubs fan?
Cubs fan.
Yeah.
But he's a big baseball guy, so I was actually surprised he was so inspired to do it.
Follow the Venice Gays at Venice Gays.
Yeah,
follow
at Venice
Lazarus
Gays.
at Andy Lazarus on
Yes, sir.
Twitter and Instagram. You can follow myself at Joe Praino on Instagram because Instagram is all that matters. At Fix Your Life on Twitter. Our super producer, Mr. Andy Ruther, at Andy Ruther on all
Holding
things
it down.
social media. Follow the Dirty Sports Podcast at The Dirty Sports. Subscribe to our YouTube page because we
Rate and review.
We did this live. And you're listening to it on audio, and you're going, why didn't I know about it live? And it's because you didn't subscribe to our YouTube and click the little bell that says, notify me when these guys do some shit, when a new video goes up. We're going to be going live for some baseball games here down the stretch. We're going to be going live for some football games. So go to YouTube and subscribe and click that you want to be notified so that when you tune into this live, you don't miss the entire first inning and essentially the only interesting part of this ball game because the Cardinals are now up 13-0, and it's the top of the fourth. That is our show. Laz, the only thing we didn't come up with is who we're fucking with this episode. I almost want to say fuck the Braves for not showing up.
Yeah.
And also, we can always default to
Adam Murray.
Yeah,
Murray.
Yeah. Or Chase Utley.
You know what? I'm gonna say
Ruther's
fuck.
mouthing fuck Steve Kerr over there.
Yeah, I know. I'm never
really
gonna say that ever in my life. But I will say fuck Tom Glavine. This is what you get for getting all those 6 inches outside of the zone called strikes for 10 years.
This is the Glavine.
This is
off
the
black
Glavine curse. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, fuck Tom Glavine or fuck Mark Lemke too.
As Tom Glavine came to New York, and he didn't.
He was a Met.
He was a Met, and
he was a pretty good Met.
He's a really nice guy.
He was a really nice guy. Okay,
I know that about Tom Glavine. So yeah, fuck Mark Lemke.
Fuck him.
Well, we'll keep watching all of this ball
Yeah,
game
okay.
here. We're live. Are we still getting any action in the chat section over there, Andy? Or
Not
slowed down.
Slow down.
It's slowed down.
13-0.
Because it's 13-0 in the fourth.
Yeah, we did have a funny comment which made me laugh from our boy Carswell again. This was a few minutes ago. He said, again, he's from Australia, so we have a different dialect. Who on the Braves is most likely to neck themselves after the game?
Neck themselves?
Does
that kill themselves?
I believe.
That's an interesting phrase. Neck themselves.
It's got to be Fultonavich, right?
Yeah, it's got to be Fulte. Or maybe the manager for picking Fulte.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I'll say this. I was looking forward to, doing this game and potentially rolling it into the other game if it went fast, and we're gonna do whatever. But at this point, with this game being 13-0, we might have been spared. We now get a little post-game break before, basically we can abandon this game midway through, and have some life break before the Dodgers game starts at 5. So let's do this. If you are still watching, put a comment in the YouTube chat, and we'll answer a couple questions before we go. Don't have to be baseball related. They can be baseball related. They can be sports related. They can be relationship related. As you know, Ruther always has some. I know you love to chime in on some relationship issues. You've been doing that. I've heard you've been doing that on the Dent Report. Is that not true? Did I get false reports?
No, I commented on my date last week.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And
how was your date last week?
Yeah, how was your date last week? Who was it with? What's the story?
Everything went great
until
I didn't get a thank you.
You didn't get a thank you after what? Dinner?
Nothing. So I met her after my comedy show last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we exchanged numbers. And she lives in the Valley. So I even threw her a bone by saying, hey, I'll drive out to the Valley.
It's a very Ruther move. You like to drive.
I do.
Yeah.
So I spent.
We're in the Valley.
She's all the way in Burbank.
Wow.
Steep.
So I met her at Firefly. I let her pick. I go, I don't know the Valley. Pick a restaurant. She picks, I'll be honest, for a first date, wasn't cheap at all. Guess what the bill was? One drink, an appetizer, and we each had a meal. $110.
Wow.
So, again, it's not about the money, though. I'm saying that because it was a little pricier for a first date. Everything went well.
Did you make out?
No.
Didn't even make out?
No.
Sometimes a make out is a thank you.
Where am I making out? At the dinner table?
No,
after.
the fucking.
No, yeah. So
I didn't ask you if you made out at the dinner table.
So everything went well, and the bill came, and I pay. There's no thank you. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, she's going to thank me when I walk her to her car. Again, no thank you. And then I got in my car, and I had a whole 45-minute drive back from the Valley.
Wait, was there a kiss?
No, nothing.
A hug.
You went out to the Valley? Didn't get a thank you or a kiss?
I don't need the kiss. I need a thank you. I can get laid. It's not about it's not about that. So basically, this is what's important. This is what I said on Dent Report. I'm seeing a therapist. Shout out to Seth.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that day, and which kind of brings in dirty sports and stuff. I have my, what everybody calls the quirky Ruther deal breakers. He's like, no, hold on to those, because I think if those are things you don't, that you value, and that was one of them. But I think that's a pretty standard one for most people, just common courtesy in general.
Yeah.
Like I'd be angry if
I'd be out on this girl.
I was gonna say I'd be angry if we went to lunch and you weren't, and I picked it up and you weren't like, thanks, Ruther. Like I'd be annoyed too. So exactly. So I let this stew. Just picture me in my little car.
Oh, look at this smoke show coming through here.
Driving back from the Valley.
Interesting. Yeah.
And
Look at security chasing her. Ma'am, you can't be here.
Yeah. What are you doing? Okay, go ahead.
So basically, I haven't heard from her since, which is good, because I was gonna straight up tell her, like, dude, you didn't thank me. Like, it was gonna turn into that weird kind of Seinfeld Larry David
Any
thing.
chance she listened to the Dent Report?
I hope she did.
Huh. I hope she did too.
So like,
No, I think you should hold on to those things. You
Right.
should. Yeah.
then I started to question.
You need pillars to stand on.
Exactly.
Dude. Yeah.
And that's what my therapist said. Even though I was questioning on the way home, I go, am I being over dramatic? But then the more
you drove out to fucking Burbank for a date at Fireflies. That sounds awful to me. And then she didn't thank you. That's terrible.
But the date went totally well until then.
Right. It's not even a hand job in the restaurant, and no thank you.
I will say there were some good-looking girls in that restaurant too.
Yeah, bet you they would have thanked you.
It's like a trendy spot on Ventura Boulevard. It's actually, I will say, the food's really good there. It's a good place to go.
All right, so she picked a good restaurant.
So let's.
The Rainmaker. A little late, bruh.
We got now we got the comments flowing when it comes to relationship stuff.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Give some hot comment fire.
Briefly, is Ruther still dating the girl from San Francisco? I am not. Hence, I went on a date last week. Okay.
13-1.
This is
When's
going
the
for
last
you,
time
Laz.
you spoke to the girl from San Francisco?
We texted like last week. Laz, this is for you.
Yeah.
What are Laz's deal breakers for dating, other that they can't live in castles?
Okay, so My
I
last
don't think your castle thing's a deal breaker.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the castle that was the deal breaker. It was the really threatening to kill herself that was a deal breaker for me. Okay, so I went out with this chick, and things were fine for a few dates, and we were hooking up and whatever, and so it was like Sunday. We hung out Saturday night. She stayed over. I took her to breakfast, right? Just kind of going the extra mile, but whatever. I'm grown. It's fine. And she's like, well, what are you doing now? And I'm like, well, I'm just going to hang out and watch football. If you want to hang out, you can. But, like, I'm, kind of like, I'm giving off, like, I'm done entertaining vibe.
Right.
This is last time. So it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, watching football. I think it was, like, some kind of bowl game, whatever it was. I roll a joint. She sees me roll the joint. I light it up, and she shrieks. She's
What?
like, ah! Is that marijuana? I'm like, yeah. She's like, secondhand smoke. I'm like, all right, this is over.
What?
Wow.
Like, I can't. Like, even if you don't smoke weed, you can't be shrieking
Yeah.
when I smoke weed.
In your home.
Yeah, in my home. But you can't be. I can't have shrieking for weed. Like,
Deal breaker.
deal breaker. Canceled.
Okay, deal breaker. But do you have?
Relationship. Canceled.
Do you have?
Now then, I called her and said, hey,
But do you have
I don't think
specific
it's
ones
working out.
going in? Like I have some specific ones that are real tough.
I
for
think
me.
I mean I have common courtesy ones.
Yeah.
Smoking is like just regular cigarette smoking is like
Deal
I think
breaker.
That's gotta be a deal breaker.
Yeah, no,
100%.
I can't take cigarette smoke. I get that.
Who are these people that
Yeah.
are still smoking? I won't. By the way, I'm not vaping anymore till the shit's figured out.
To what shit's figured out?
Fucking the vape problem, bro. All these deaths, and they told it's not just cigarette.
Is
nicotine.
that a real thing, or is that the cigarette companies?
Gavin
coming at you?
Newsom, I mean, for this, I know California's way more liberal, but they basically said everybody all vape.
But that's like people vape nonstop.
Yeah.
I haven't vaped since all that shit came out a few weeks ago. Why take a chance? Stick to edibles.
This is vape weed or vape
Both.
tobacco?
Uh,
I don't vape weed because I'm not a fucking pussy.
I love vape weed, bro.
I smoke joints because I'm old school. I don't smoke out of bongs anymore or pipes.
I like joints. I have a couple
Yeah.
joints.
I feel like I'm too old to suck out of a bong and make the ripple sound.
But I love
It's,
the
like,
edible.
weird.
The edibles will fuck me up, dude.
Yeah.
I like those.
I like edibles, but I don't know which one is which, and I don't really know what I'm getting into.
Gotta go to MedMen.
They'll tell you.
They'll die.
I do like the Eddie Pure gummies. So Eddie Pure,
By the way, this and people are trying to debate with me on this.
what?
Jay Lloyd on the propaganda. Buddy, I've read up on it. It's not just I get a lot of the problems are the illegal vape cartridges, but it's not just the illegal one.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've read, if I go across the street to Green Goddess, it's the legal vape cartridges through the state of California that's been legal for 2 years almost. That's also a cause for concern. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
But
gonna,
again, I mean,
All I know is like Trump
people are just going,
came out against vapes a few weeks ago, and I was like, okay, well, this is
Wait, who did?
tobacco.
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically making a choice, and he's like, I'm going to back big tobacco and not back this vaping. So I figured it was just, whoever's lobby was more powerful, that's who he's backing. But I have done zero research on it. So
I like edibles anyway. Okay.
All right.
We do have a
Good.
sports question for you
Great.
guys.
good.
You guys are baseball guys. Calvin Pentland said, speaking of a douche Yachty, should he be in the Hall of Fame with his below batting average but elite defense?
Yes.
This has been a hot topic I've seen on Twitter.
He's a Hall of Fame catcher.
He's definitely a Hall of Fame catcher. I think I don't know, what's his career batting average? I think it's close to 300. He just doesn't hit a lot of bombs.
No, I don't think it's
No,
going
I
to
don't
be
think
anywhere.
it's close to 300. But it's.
I'll bet you it's over 270.
I bet you it's higher than Ozzie Smith.
Yeah.
His career batting average.
So fast on the stats, dude.
Well-
That's a pro producer right there.
Well, I'm trying here. You guys, wow, we're all going to be shocked by this.
242.
Laz?
Guess?
Yeah.
312.
282.
See, I told you it was over 270.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. How many hits he got?
1,963.
Okay, he gets to 2,000 hits. and he's got
40.2 WAR.
That's a lot of WAR. And like, how many Gold Gloves as a catcher?
But also,
Like 10,
so much of catching is being a pitch catcher.
He's won 9 Gold Gloves.
Yeah. It's not just about your defense. Oh, blocking balls, throwing guys out. You're managing the pitching staff.
if you are a
Cardinals have
Gold,
won multiple World Series with him as a catcher.
right? Yeah,
He's currently
if you're
second.
a Gold Glove catcher, that is more valuable than a Gold Glove center fielder
Well,
or a Gold Glove
this
shortstop.
would kind of vouch for that. Of the active MLB players right now, he is currently second in defensive WAR of all the players.
Behind
Yeah.
who?
Behind
Mike Trout.
Ruther pronounces baseball names. What's Simmons' first name for the Angels?
Lon
Andrelton.
Simmons. Andrelton.
Andrelton.
Yep.
I was going to say Andrelton.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know how he's not a Hall of Famer.
Meaning, if you're an equal hitter,
Will they have the
catcher
neck?
and center fielder equal hitter, that Gold Glove catcher is more valuable.
Will they have the neck tattoo on his bust?
That'd be dope. They should, but Major League Baseball is not dope, so they won't.
He's 100% a Hall of Famer in my book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have one more, Ruther? Do we have one more worthwhile to wrap this thing up?
Let's see.
Ruther's like, no, we don't.
No, I don't really see much.
So besides, can I get one thing out of you? Besides common courtesy thank yous, do you have any more deal breakers?
Cigarette smoke, cats.
The cats one is tough for me. I'm trying to work on that one.
You should.
Like, I think it's weird if somebody has too many pets.
Yeah, I agree.
If your house smells like pets, that's terrible.
Okay, there's certain ones with sex for sure.
Yeah.
You can't. I had a girl last year. You can't be. I get that we're not.
You can't make bad sounds. That's one of my deal
No,
breakers.
100%.
Yeah.
You can't. I get that we're not all comfortable in our own skin and our own bodies, but I had a girl who was instantly putting on the clothes after sex. If you can't just sit there and lay naked with me, like, that's going to be tough for me.
Yeah, that's not sexy.
It's not sexy at all.
Yeah.
I just had sex with you. So
Right.
I'm clearly, there's some sort of attraction there.
I'll lay there for a while with my sweats around one ankle.
Now, I get it. I'm different. Like, I'm the guy who's like, multiple girls have said to me, like, dude, are you putting on clothes at any point? Like, I'm the guy who will be naked the whole night in my apartment. And just literally, I love taking my dick and slapping it on things. I've always done that. Whether it's hard or limp, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Like,
Makes you happy.
dick slapping things
Yeah.
makes me laugh. But I don't know, man. Just like confidence is like, it's huge for me.
Okay.
To me, you have to have some appreciation of music.
Yes.
Because I've been with people who have been like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I'm like, what? Dude,
Yeah.
That's serial killer shit.
Yeah.
You can't hate dogs.
No.
Do people really hate
Some
dogs?
people hate dogs.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
You can't be afraid of pit bulls. Yeah, like music and movies and books are important to me. Yeah, but like,
And who are those people?
I think if I had to pick one, it would probably be music.
You've dated girls who've been like, I'm not into music?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
No,
Like,
I haven't dated girls that haven't, but I've dated girls who are like, yeah, I don't watch movies.
I've dated girls who are
That's
like, oh,
retarded.
I just put on like the radio.
Oh,
And I go like, oh, you don't have like go-to.
you have like a
stuff?
playlist.
Yeah.
You don't have anything you're deep diving into right
Yeah.
now? Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah.
you guys want a sports question real
Yeah.
quick?
Sure.
Let's wrap this up.
What do the Seahawks need to do to be seen as legit?
Quit pumping noise in your stadium. Quit like getting egregious calls. Quit wearing neon uniforms. Anything else?
Like legit
Quarterback
meaning
quit being a cuck.
To be a legit contender for the Super. I think they just have to be.
Yeah.
They just have to play better defense.
I think it's defensively.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough.
I have
anymore.
been obviously super critical of Russell Wilson throughout his career, and I have also told Andy Ruther that he is made major strides from
He
last
was
season.
awesome that last Thursday night game.
It's been
Last
awesome the
season
whole
and this
year.
season.
No, he's been awesome. He's an MVP candidate.
But I still think they're going to need – I don't like their chances if they're not going to play great defense, because we've seen throughout his tenure as a quarterback, like, they'll come out to games and they'll score fucking 3 points in a half. Like, they've just done that.
Yeah.
Because, again, I think everything about Russ, all of his success, all of where he thrives, even though people want to go like, oh, they run the ball too much. I think everything that he thrives doing is set up by them running the ball too much. He's incredible in play action. He's incredible when they use play action to let guys get downfield. So every once in a while, that running game's not going to be there to start. Some teams going to have a good strategy for you. You're going to have to play defense to match them. I just don't see you getting through 4 rounds of the playoffs if your defense isn't going to play.
I mean, they lost Frank Clark, but they gained Clowney. I don't know who's a better player, Frank Clark or Clowney. I have no idea.
Yeah.
They still have Bobby Wagner, and they have the Griffin
Clowney's
brothers.
been better this year than Clark.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
sure.
So they have some pieces on defense, but it's not the dominant defense.
Well,
Right.
I'm looking right now. They're currently, they're not dominant. They're towards the lower half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're 18th out of 30
Yeah.
out of 32 in giving up points.
Still the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah.
So they certainly have a chance. But I don't see them as like a Final Four team in the NFL.
I think that division, I hate to say this, I'm just so ready to jump off the Rams winning it this year. I think it's going to come down to the Niners and Seahawks. Like, to me, the Gothish,
Rams have a pretty easy schedule coming up.
do they?
And the Niners have a tough schedule the last 6. And
Will Niners come here? Are you going to the game?
I'm going to be in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's this weekend.
Yeah.
The Niners have a tough schedule their last 6, and they're without their 2 starting tackles and their do everything fullback. So, could be that defense is going to have to carry him for a little bit. Otherwise, I was like, well, we're going undefeated because the best. But
Jimmy G missed a lot of throws, though, still.
Jimmy G,
The other
You
day.
know-
that last game, I thought he threw a lot of balls off his back foot. He threw a lot of balls low. A lot of balls weren't on time. They had a lot of receivers waiting for balls. They're so wide open they could wait. He didn't drive a ton of balls. I thought the 2 touchdown passes he threw were good throws. So
Jimmy G doesn't look like a top third of the league quarterback yet, but
Not yet.
a great stat fact nugget that I heard in that Monday night game, which gives you a little patience with Jimmy G. He's played less NFL football games than Baker Mayfield.
exactly. This is still he's only had 14 starts.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
So
And he's coming off an
I'll give
injury.
him a hot minute.
Yeah. I just in the last 6 games he's got to be awesome though.
Also, they're running the shit out of the ball and they're
Right.
playing defense.
Right.
So be early career Russell Wilson.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. At some point, he's going to have to make some throws to win games, like on a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15. Got to have it. He's going to have to make plays. But right now, he doesn't. So I'm hoping that he gets healthy, stays the course, keeps improving, and by the time it's playoff time, he'll be ready to roll.
Who are the 2 people that gave the downvote? Who do we think? Are they Pats fans, Eagles fans,
Jameis 1 of 1.
Jameis 1 of 1,
Who the downvote for what?
the broadcast?
Well,
I always wonder that.
I will find you, and I will.
You
kill
motherfuckers.
You guys want to wrap it up?
Guys, that's our live broadcast, Game 5. We're calling it before midway through the game. We're basically midway through the
Saying
game.
Braves,
because
you've got no chance.
can you imagine they come back and win? I don't think they will. 13-1. We're calling it early. It's the thought that counts, as
Yeah.
they say. We wanted to
We
broadcast
tried.
the game.
You
My
know,
only thing
we
is-
showed up. The Braves didn't.
We've
Yeah,
been
exactly.
live 114 minutes, so
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
No, that's not 2 hours.
Bring back the chop if you want to
114
win.
minutes, is that what you said?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
almost
it's
2
almost
hours.
Almost 2 hours. So thanks for tuning in. Check out
Oh,
Dirty
somebody
Slides.
just gave another downvote. Now dirtballs are trolling.
Check out Dirty Slides. Check out Dirty Sports. We go live for Dirty Sports tomorrow. So if you're here for the first time because you're a slider, hit those notifications and check us out tomorrow. Cardinals bullpen is rowing a boat. They're paddling on to the NLCS. Guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Peace.